Hey everyone, welcome back to Southern Custom Cuts. Today, we're going to finish phase 2 of our shop organization project. If you want to find out how we do it, stick around. As you can see, I have an open space on the bottom of my workbench, so I installed some 2x3 supports so that I can lay down a piece of plywood as my base. Next, I'm going to go ahead and break down a piece of 3/4 inch sanded pine plywood. Then I'm going to move over to my table saw and start breaking down each individual piece. These pieces will make the sides of our first cabinet. I'll repeat this step for each side. I recently got one of the Craig corner clamps from an online source, and this is the first time that I've been able to use them, and I'm going to tell you that they have been a lifesaver. Hey, if this is the first time you're visiting my channel, thanks for stopping by. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell icon, so that way you can keep up to date on everything. And if you've got a comment, please make sure you leave it below. I'd love to hear what you think. Once I get my corner clamp in place, I'll pre-drill and countersink each screw into each piece. Once the cabinet's assembled, we'll go ahead and check for square. Looks good. Now before I got started, I measured each of the boxes that I'm going to put into these slots. They measured at about 3¼ inches tall. So what I did was I took a couple of spare blocks that I had and measured them at 4 inches and cut them lengthwise. Now when I put each shelf on, they'll be evenly spaced. As a part of this project, I wanted to use up some scraps that I had around the shop, and so I decided to use a saw offcut that I had from a previous project as my backing. Now that should do it for the first cabinet. Let's get started on the second. My dimensions are going to be slightly different because each of the storage boxes that I'm storing in the first cabinet are slightly narrower than what I have available. This makes it perfect to start developing what I'm going to use for my individual tools. I repeated the same process I did in the first cabinet, just creating a simple box structure based on my designs. This cabinet will have 2 vertical pieces that will support all of the horizontal pieces that will support all of the tools. Each tool has been individually measured so to know exactly how high and how wide I need it to be.
So now that we got all of our pieces cut, we're gonna go ahead and start dry fitting them in to see how much positioning we need between them. Let's get started.
Now I found when attaching the horizontal shelves, it was easier to go ahead and make my mark on how high it needed it to be, then place the board in the exact spot I needed it to be, then use my Pony Jorgensen clamps to clamp it in place. Once I got all the shelves built, I went ahead and put it back on it using glue, some brads, and then securing it with screws. Now let's go ahead and find these tools a permanent home. I love it when a plan comes together.
So as you can see, this is going to wrap up phase 2 of this project. So really what I needed was more storage and organization for a lot of my loose tools and things like that. And this gives me an opportunity to be able to see them. And that's why I didn't put cabinet doors on them when I started laying out this design. Again, this is shop furniture, so it's nothing I'm looking to make fancy, but it'll get the job done. So I hope you got something out of this video, and if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, keep you up to date on everything else we got going on. All right, till next time, I'm Andy for Southern Custom Cuts.